The horses call postward now for the fifth race. This maiden distaff turf carded at 7.5 furlongs, course rated firm, relative 36 feet. We are firm and fast today. Here a field of 10. Scratch the also eligibles. 11 Cams Rock and Gold. The 12 Arrington. 13 CV Wicked Notional and 14 Unafraid. They were also eligibles. Scratch 11 through number 14. With no changes in the body, exacta, trifecta, superfecta, double pick 3 starts at the 50-cent late pick 4 with this maiden filly's turf. Due at 4:13. Less than 1 minute to post time. The horses are approaching the starting gate. Maiden fillies crossing over to the turf course. Going down to the start. The horses have reached the starting gate. It is now post time. Loading for the maiden, Albin Jimenez with Wise Mary. Andres Aloa with Ruby Girl in the Black Silks. Willowdean coming up. Marcelino Pedroza Jr. riding for a double. Carimba won the sprint feature. Willowdean in. Alberto Burgos with War Trinkets. Now Evan Roman with Pretty on the Prairie in the Navy. Orlando Mexico, Lady Artist Drew 8. Andres Calleja with Heavenly Rich. Rodney Prescott, Lila B. Heavenly Rich in. Declan Cannon with Haziel. The drone view. This over the 7.5 furlongs. It's even money. Willowdean. One more. Eddie Perez with Ship Shawana, the daughter of Midshipman. Horse here firm. Rella 36 feet this race week. Ship Shawana. Give it a 19-1 chance. Willowdean, even money favorite. All in. They're off. Wise Mary with Willowdean. Pretty on the Prairie is forward. Here comes a bid by Ship Shawana, and right there is Lila B with her as they make this run toward the first turn with Evan Roman. It's Pretty on the Prairie to a short lead from Willowdean toward the inside. Lila B gets positioned in third and Ship Shawana in fourth. Wise Mary is saving ground on the rail there at 36 feet as these maiden fillies go to the back of the course. Heavenly Rich in her 11th run. She's in sixth position, followed by a Keen Haziel who needs to settle there for Declan Cannon. In the meantime, Ruby Girl comes up the rail on the outside War Trinkets, and Lady Artist has dropped back to be 10th and last. The opening quarter covered in 23.23 seconds now as they go past the half-mile pole. It's Willowdean. So Willowdean to the top for Marcelino Pedroza Jr. Leads Pretty on the Prairie by 2.5. With Lila B in third, Ship Shawana's fourth, Haziel a wide fifth. Heavenly Rich now launching a bid between horses, and Wise Mary with the rail is 6 lengths off this leader as they enter the far turn. Then More Trinkets, Ruby Girl, and finally Lady Artist. Half mile for the front runner, Willowdean. 47.47 seconds coming toward the quarter pole. It's Willowdean, Lila B. Pretty on the Prairie, Ship Shawana in the white cap. Heavenly Rich straightens away in fifth. Haziel sixth but under pressure. Then comes Lady Artist. Wise Mary has dropped back. War Trinkets and Ruby Girl. That's Willowdean coming down toward the final furlong. Willowdean leads Lila B by 2.5. Down toward the final 16th. Willowdean, Lila B. Then Heavenly Rich is running on with on the outside Ship Shawana. Then Pretty on the Prairie with Marcelino Pedroza Jr. It's Willowdean, and Willowdean has scored the winning run by 2 from a closing Heavenly Rich. Lila B third, then Ship Shawana and Lady Artist. .130.96 after the maiden fillies turf. We are standing by for the run order from the judges after race 5. There's Willowdean. To Willowdean and even money. Daughter of Cloud Computing will get off the mark in her 10th run. Starts the late pick 4. It's a double for Marcelino Pedroza Jr. Willowdean, a bridesmaid no more. 4 Heavenly Rich at 7-2 in her 11th run. 9 Lila B, 14 to 1/3. 10 Ship Shawana, 27 to 1. 8 Lady Artist coming from out of the backfield. Pretty on the Prairie, Ruby Girl, Wise Mary saved ground but to no avail. 2, 4, 9, 10. The judges have posted the running order after race 5, number 2, Willadine. Even money first, the 4, Heavenly Rich, 7 to 2 second. 9, Lila B at 14 to 1 third, and 10, Ship Shawana, 27 to 1 fourth. Result official. The winning groom leading into the Murphy Trailer Sales winner's circle here, the 2, Willadine. Quick fire double for Marcelino Pedroza Jr. Willadine is a 4-year-old bay filly by Cloud Computing out of Call Me Mischief by Into Mischief. Bred in the Hoosier State by Pine Tree Thoroughbreds LLC and Masterpiece Racing, her Indiana breeders. Racing for trainer, Gennaro Garcia's Southwest Racing Stables Incorporated, Bruce Murphy, Alan McDonald, and Brian Pottas. Horseshoe Indianapolis congratulates the winning connections. Willadine off the mark in her 10th run. Results in. 50-cent early pick 5, returned $103.95. The 2-4 exacta, returned $11.60, 50-cent trifecta. 249, $24.35. 7-2 double, $8.60. 50-cent early pick 4, 404, $69.50. Ship Shawana 4th, 10 cents superfecta. 249, 10, $37.73. 50-cent pick 3, $5.10. And that maiden Phillies turf, favorite first, 10 ran. Course firm, 130.96. Race 6, scratch from the sprint, the 2 Macho Justice and the 5 Binge. Scratch the 2 and number 5. The next one features exacta trifecta superfecta, 10 cent grand high 5. There was a carryover in the pentafecta, double pick 3, fast and firm, post time in 18 minutes at 4:43. $2,754, that 10-cent grand high 5 carryover. $2,754, pentafecta carryover on the sprint. They're off. Wise Mary with Willadine. Pretty on the Prairie is forward. Here comes a bid by Ship Shawana, and right there is Lila B with her as they make this run toward the first turn with Evan Roman. It's Pretty on the Prairie to a short lead from Willadine toward the inside. Lila B gets positioned in 3rd and Ship Shawana in 4th. Wise Mary is saving ground on the rail there at 36 feet as these maiden fillies go to the back of the course. Heavenly Rich in her 11th run. She's in 6th position, followed by a Keen Haziel who needs to settle there for Declan Cannon. In the meantime, Ruby Girl comes up the rail on the outside War Trinkets, and Lady Artist has dropped back to be 10th and last. The opening quarter covered in 23.23 seconds now as they go past the half-mile pole. It's Willadine. So Willadine to the top for Marcelino Pedroza Jr. Leads Pretty on the Prairie by 2.5. With Lila B in 3rd, Ship Shawana's 4th, Hazel wide 5th. Heavenly Rich now launching a bid between horses. And Wise Mary with the rail is 6 lengths off this leader as they enter the far turn. Then More Trinkets, Ruby Girl, and finally Lady Artist. Half mile for the front runner, Willadine. 47.47 seconds coming toward the quarter pole. It's Willadine, Lila B. Pretty on the Prairie, Ship Shawana in the white cap. Heavenly Rich straightens away in 5th. Hazel 6th but under pressure. Then comes Lady Artist. Wise Mary has dropped back. War Trinkets and Ruby Girl. It's Willadine coming down toward the final furlong. Willadine leads Lila B by 2.5. Down toward the final 16th. Willadine, Lila B. Then Heavenly Rich is running on with on the outside Shipshawana. Then Pretty on the Prairie with Marcelino. Pedroza Jr. It's Willadine, and Willadine has scored the winning run by 2 from a closing Heavenly Rich. Lila B third, then Shipshawana and Lady Artist.
10 minutes to race 6 here at Horseshoe Indianapolis. We have a starter optional claiming for 10,000 registered Indiana breds. The 2 and 5 are out of this race. Leaves us 9, and I've got the 10 here on top. They're going 5.5 on the dirt. Flower Pecker. Favorite right now is the 9, 2-1. I did have that one. Never won on a fast track. We are still fast, though. It's really warm out here. I wrote in my notes, if it rains, Smokin' Richie for sure. Included in my ticket just in case. But for my picks, I stuck with 10-3-6. Flower Pecker here at 4-1. Joshua Morales aboard for Tony Cunningham. Put up a 76 Brisnet speed figure last time on April 16th, 2024. So did get a start. Here for the meet, we're going 5.5 here today. That race was at the distance. Last 3 races have been second place finishes. 2 of those have been at today's distance. One was on the slop at 6. If you go back to August, another nice third place finish. This horse it really tried. Ever since they claimed off the win back on June 22nd, this horse has been trying really well, running really well for Tony. He's obviously a wonderful trainer for both breeds. Speed figures are good as well. Also, whenever I leave out Flower Pecker, it wins, so I'm not going to be the dummy today. Let's go to the 3 at 5-2 on the tote board. Fernando De La Cruz. Fernando and Tim Eggleston hot together as before today. So these are the stats from this morning when I took my notes and everything. 5 starts, 2 wins, 1 second. This one has ran the distance twice, but has never won at exactly 5.5. But on Indiana dirt, 4 of 4 wins, 2 of 3 seconds, and 3 of 3 thirds have been here. Second off the layoff as well for this one. Looks for improvement. If you look back last year, there were about 5 races in a row where this one did not finish worse than third. And then I'm going to go to the 6 here. 6 is 11-1. I Will Stand. Albin Jimenez aboard for Tiana Richardville. She's 20% off the layoff. This one's been away for 57 days. Did try at was at Fairgrounds and Delta. But look at the Indiana stats. 9 of 13 in the money, including 3 winners. And 1 of the 2 times this one's tried 5.5 has won. We're going down in distance, though. Hasn't been back here at 5.5 for a long time. Was back in September 2019, won at 5.5. A recent 6.5 furlong race, but hasn't ran well at this short of distance. But I still think has shown before. Has a bullet work on April 18th over the track, 47-2, breezing 1 of 19. That was a good one, a bullet. So my selections here in the 6th race are 10, 3, 6. There's also a Pensafecta, a Grand High 5 carryover of $2,754. So I definitely mixed in the 9 with those selections and maybe another long shot you like to try to take that down. 6 minutes, straight 6. Good luck.
Stepping onto the track for the sixth race, the sprint carded at 5.5 furlongs, a field of 9. Scratch 2, Macho Justice, and the 5 Binge. Scratch 2 and number 5. Exacta, Trifecta, Superfecta, 10-cent Grand High 5, Carryover. Carryover $2,754 in the Pentafecta. Double pick 3. 1 minute to post time. Do it 4:43. Less than 1 minute to post time. Once again, there is a carryover here in the Pentafecta. 10-cent Grand High 5 carryover, $2,754. The horses are approaching the starting gate. The horses have reached the starting gate. It is now post time. Loading Eddie Perez with Load 'em Up Justice. First into the gate. Evan Roman with Good Sugar. Fernando de la Cruz. Rotary dial is in. Manny Esquivel. A Few Too Many. Going in. Sando Sanjor in the gray, Sammy's Trooper. Martin Garcia here, Smokin' Richie. 2-1 favorite, Smokin' Richie. Now Albin Jimenez with I Will Stand. Like Sammy's Trooper, both here in the sprint for Tiana Richardville. Joshua Morales with Flower Pecker. 8-time winner Flower Pecker. One more. Cielo Azul. Loads 13-1. Would be a hat trick for Marcelino Pedroso Jr. All in line. Often sprinting in the 6th. Fast start for Flower Pecker, Cielo Azul right there. Smokin' Richie now going for it for Martin Garcia. And it's Smokin' Richie who's taking a short lead from Flower Pecker, Cielo Azul just off them. A Few Too Many showing positional pace there. Running in 4th past the half-mile pole. Rotary dial into 5th. Good Sugar is 6 between horses. I Will Stand is wide. Deeper out Sammy's Trooper at the 3.5 end after breaking a beat slow. Load 'em Up Justice trails. They round the far turn, it's Smokin' Richie paving the path. Quarter in 22.51 seconds coming toward the quarter pole. Cielo Azul stoking up. Smokin' Richie is just in front. Flower Pecker looking to battle on between horses as they line up for home. A Few Too Many straightens away in 4th. Rotary dial 5th. Good Sugar, Sammy's Trooper the next graze. Then comes Load 'em Up Justice. I Will Stand, the one who tailed off. It is Smokin' Richie with the rail. Flower Pecker between horses. Cielo Azul charging hard on the outside. Head to head past the 16th. A Few Too Many, and then comes Rotary dial. In tight quarters, Flower Pecker, gamely. Flower Pecker, Cielo Azul on the outside. Photo finish. Smokin' Richie was 3rd. Cielo Azul, Flower Pecker, the eye of a needle between them. Photo finish 105.08. This is a win photograph. Hold all. The running order posted. Close finish to the sprint. 105.08. Ten, 11, 9, 4, 3, 10. Flower Pecker, 9-1 first. Narrow margin of victory over 11, so Yellow Azul second. 9, Smokin' Richie third. 4, A Few Too Many fourth. 3, Rotary Dial fifth. In the Murphy Trailer Sales winner circle, the 10, Flower Pecker. Joshua Morales got the nod. Flower Pecker is an 8-year-old. Bay Gelding by Discreet Cat out of Prairie Flower by Flower Alley, now a 9-time winner. Bred here in Indiana by Samuel and William Martin. Tony Cunningham trains for Salvador Villalobos. Horseshoe Indianapolis congratulates the winning connections of Flower Pecker. Got the bob at 9-1. Result official. $10-11 exacta. Close photo. $126.80. 50-cent trifecta. 10-11 9. $111.65. 210 double P. 33.20. 10-cent superfecta. $112.71. With rotary dial fifth. 10-11 9 4 3. 10-cent pentafecta. $296.72. The pick 3 paid $19.60. 9 ran 105.08 after the starter. Race 7 is next on the docket. Back to the turf for the mile. From the maiden turf mile, course firm, scratch 1, the motto, 2, Shannon Run, and the 6-10 bits, scratch 1, 2, and 6. 9, Let It Ride Clyde, weight correction, no apprentice allowance for Alice Beckman, 124 pounds corrected weight, waive the apprentice allowance, 124 for the 9, Let It Ride Clyde. The 4, Pago Rock. The ownership is Marcus O'Donnell's JM Bloodstock LLC of Marcus O'Donnell. Exacta, trifecta, superfecta, 10-cent pentafecta, double final pick 3 of the day. Post time 5:16. Tuesday post time here 2:10. Often sprinting in the 6th. Fast start for Flower Pecker, Cielo Azul right there. Smokin' Richie now going for it for Martin Garcia. And it's Smokin' Richie who's taking a short lead from Flower Pecker, Cielo Azul just off them. A Few Too Many showing positional pace there, running in 4th past the half-mile pole. Rotary Dial into 5th. Good Sugar is 6 between horses. I Will Stand is wide. Deeper out Sammy's Trooper at the 3.5 end after breaking a beat slow. Load 'em up Justice trails. They round the far turn, it's Smokin' Richie paving the path. Quarter and 22.51 seconds coming toward the quarter pole. Cielo Azul stoking up. Smokin' Richie is just in front. Flower Pecker looking to battle on between horses as they line up for home. A Few Too Many straightens away in 4th. Rotary Dial 5th. Good Sugar, Sammy's Trooper the next graze. Then comes Load 'em Up Justice. I Will Stand, the one who tailed off. It is Smokin' Richie with the rail. Flower Pecker between horses. Cielo Azul charging hard on the outside. Head to head past the 16th. A Few Too Many, and then comes Rotary Dial. In tight quarters, Flower Pecker, gamely. Flower Pecker, Cielo Azul on the outside. Photo finish. Smokin' Richie was 3rd. Cielo was
Felt a little bit like the Kentucky Derby on a slightly lower level, but 3-horse photo finish. Great job to John G. Dooley for making that one as exciting as it was. But the horses kind of battle all the way around. Those top three did not duel themselves into submission as no one able to close into it. It looked like the 11 was going to win easy at the top of the lane, but Flower Pecker, as game as they come, had every right to give way from within Smokin' Richie and Cielo Azul, but got the head down at the right time and gets the win as a big overlay. That horse was 4-1 in the morning line, went off at 9-1 in there. Certainly an exciting move for some people still alive in that late fire 5 with the carryover, 10 minutes away from race number 7. Myself is going to be diving into this daily double in pick 3 in here as we head back out to a firm turf course. Rail setting is at 36 feet. Do scratch some of your inside runners. 1, 2, and 6 come out of this spot. The bettors have seen fit to bet Cooper in down to 2-1 off that 6-1 line. I'm going to go a different direction in here. I thought Red Cheeks had been running the better races over at Turfway Park. Now, we'll see if that synthetic form can translate to turf form. This is a horse who's no stranger to the turf. In fact, has hit the board not once but twice on the turf in the past over at Belterra. Must be a day for a gray, and I'm hopeful that we have another gray winner in here. A 4-year-old by Mizzen Mass with that good-looking coat. Jimenez is going to be calling the shots in here for Lobo, who has only sent 4 starters to the gate. One of them was victorious. The other one finished third, but they usually do take action. This one, in my opinion, a little bit chilly on the board. This is a tough race. Low-level, maiden claimers all looking for their first career victory going on the turf. But what I liked about Red Cheeks has been running evenly over at Turfway. That's a style that can be conducive to success on our turf course. Has shown more speed more often than not. So this is a horse who could get the lead and never look back. On our turf, I do think you want to be sitting close. We've got a small sample size, but the sample is shown thus far that on the turf is where you want to be, and I expect that's where Red Cheeks will be, is on the front end if possible. We'll see if Red Cheek can take those Turfway races and make him a victorious one in here. Currently, you're 2-1 co-favorite at this point, but the value may come from Let It Ride Clyde for Keith Kimmon. Beckman going to be calling the shots in here. 4-year-old Chestnut by Sky Mesa, who's 0 for 10, was 20-1 on that morning line, makes the turf debut today. And I think Let It Ride Clyde can handle the turf. This is a good-looking son of Sky Mesa. Certainly turned out nicely in here. Maybe getting a little bit warm between those hind legs, but looks fit enough. This horse has been at the maiden claiming ranks for a while. Did debut over at Keeneland in a maiden special weight event. Since then, they've slowly been making it down the class ladder. The results have gotten a little bit better, but I think second start off the layoff, this horse deserves a look upwards of 20-1. Now, cut in half at 10-1, still okay, but absolutely prefer the best odds on this one. Does get a little bit of a weight break in here as well, with Beckman calling the shots. 9-1 right now on Let It Ride Clyde, who seems like the wise guy horse at this point. But plenty of money has come in on your outside runner for Augustin Jonathan Thomas in here with Cooper in. This is a horse who tries the turf for the first time, has been running on the synthetic over at Turfway Park. In fact, ran on Ruby Stakes Day on their undercard there. Went off in the first race of the day on Ruby Stakes Day and took some action as well. That was a big field of 10. Went off at 13-1. Took a little bit of play in there. I believe it was the 4th or 5th choice, but never really picked up his feet. At no point in that race did he look live, aside from the first 100 yards out of the gate. At that Cooper Inn was a disappointing 9th that day. The turf, maybe the play all along, gets class relief, certainly in with his friends in this spot. I'm just not sure. It's hard to endorse a horse at 2-1 that's been beaten by 11.5 lengths and 17 lengths. Regardless of the class relief today, that's hard to endorse for me. We'll see if the class makes the difference in here as this one clicks down to your current 2-1 favorite, but another big field here at Indy set to take on the turf. They'll go to the gate and one will return a maiden no more. We'll find out who it is 6 minutes from now. Good luck.
The horses call post are down for the 7th race. This maiden turf mile. Here a field of 8. Scratch 1, the motto. 2, Shannon Run, and 6, 10 bits. Scratch 1, 2 in the 6. 9, Let It Ride Clyde. Corrected weight 124. No apprentice allowances claimed by Alice Beckman. 124 corrected weight for the 9, Let It Ride Clyde. 4, Bagoric is owned by trainer Marcus O'Donnell's JM Bloodstock LLC, Marcus O'Donnell. Ownership of the 4, Bagoric. Exacta Trifecta Superfecta, 10-cent Grand High 5, double final pick 3 on a 9-race day. 3 minutes to post time. 3 minutes. At 1 minute 2 post time for the maiden turf mile. 1 minute. The horses are approaching the starting gate. The maidens now crossing over to the turf course. Arriving at the mile start. It is now post time. Loading. Eddie Perez with Just Gus. Juan Machado, first time starter, ready to reign. Has joined Just Gus. Apprentice Joseph Belmer with Pogorak. As the Black House silks on. Now Alice Beckman with Let It Ride, Clyde. Albin Jimenez, Red Cheeks coming up. The son of Mizzenmast, Red Cheeks in. Jane Elliott with Sylvan Pass. Santo Sanjor, heavy hitter. Went in well, one more for the mile. Here's Cooperin, son of Into Mischief, Manny Esquivel for Jonathan Thomas. The colors of Augustin Stable. White in the green halves, a white cap for Cooperin. 8-5 favorite. The mile, they're in the game. They're off. Red Cheeks broke smartly. Pogorak, Just Gus across the course here in the early stages. Heavy hitter and Cooperin, white with the green halves, is also prominent as they make their way toward the first turn with Santo Sanjor. Heavy hitter just leads out from Pogorak in the black silks, and Cooperin is well up as they enter the first turn. Red Cheeks running in fourth position. Then toward the inside is Just Gus in fifth. Juan Machado, in the first time starter, ready to reign in sixth. And 6 lengths off this leader. Pogorak as they go to the back of the course. And then comes Sylvan Pass running second to last. And Let It Ride, Clyde trails the maiden turf mile. The opening quarter in 22.89 seconds with Joseph Belmer. It's the son of Jack Milton. Pogorak dictates terms to heavy hitter staying close. Cooperin is right there, and Just Gus is deeper out into the course. In the meantime, Red Cheeks is creeping in toward the inside of the gray. Ready to Reign is 5 lengths off these leaders. Then toward the inside is Sylvan Pass, and a break of 10 more. Let It Ride, Clyde remains last. Heavy hitter back in front narrowly from Pogorak, with Cooperin right there tracking well. Half mile, 47.92 seconds. Red Cheeks is being asked to pick up. So it's heavy hitter Pogorak, the 2 at the quarter pole, with Cooperin right there within a length and a half. Nearest the inside is Red Cheeks. Ready to Reign is drawn to within 4 lengths off these leaders as they straighten away. Sylvan Pass back in sixth. Just Gus, and finally Let It Ride, Clyde. They're homeward bound. 3/4, 1 minute 12.36 seconds. It's Cooperin. Cooperin charging after heavy hitter Pogorak toward the inside. Red Cheeks with Ready to Reign. They're down toward the final 16th. It is Cooperin for Manny Esquivel narrowly from a game. Pogorak toward the inside. Cooperin edges away late, and Cooperin gets the result from Pogorak. Ready to Reign third, heavy hitter fourth, then a gap away. Let It Ride, Clyde with Red Cheeks, Sylvan Pass, and Just Gus was last home. Well, 37.85 after the maiden turf mile. 11-4 and then a show photo. 11 Cooperin, a 3-2 first for Pogorak. 7-2 second. They've called for a show photo. Then a gap away back to the fifth. So we're standing by for the full order from the judges. 11-4. The first two, Manny Esquivel for Jonathan Thomas, an Augustin stable win. Son of Into Mischief. Third time was the charm for Cooperin at 3-2. Result of a photograph finishing third was the 8 Ready to Rain at 9-1, 7 Heavy Hitter at 7-1 fourth, and 5 Red Cheeks held fifth from the 9 Let It Ride Clyde sixth. Returning to the Murphy Trailer Sales winner, Circle 11, Cooperin with Manny Esquivel. Cooperin is a 3-year-old bank gelding by Into Mischief out of Countre by Distorted Humor. Bred in Kentucky by George Strawbridge Jr. Jonathan Thomas trains for the Breeders' Augustin stable. The white-green halves and cap today. Horseshoe Indianapolis congratulates the winning connections of Cooperin. Takes out the maiden turf mile, paid 3-2 favorite to official. The 11-4 exacta returned $22.20. Red Cheeks fifth. 10-cent Pentafecta, 11-4, 875, returned $100.67. The 50-cent Trifecta, 11-4-8, paid $46.55. 10-11 double 63.80, the 10-cent Superfecta, $42.33. And the pick 3 on races 5, 6, and 7, $30.45. Race 8 Turf Mile, scratch the 1, Bull Sarah. Note the 13 Polka Polenta draws in. Polka Polenta, the 13 runs, opens at 10-1, scratch the 1 Bolsara. And number 12, Sign of Peace, the ownership should read, Catsby Clay's Runnymede Farm of Catsby Clay. That's a spelling correction. Exacta Trifecta Superfecta, 10-cent Pentafecta, the starts of the late double, post time in 18 minutes, the Turf Mile at 5:45. They're off. Red Cheeks broke smartly. Pogorok, Just Gus across the course here in the early stages. Heavy Hitter and Cooperin, white with the green halves, is also prominent as they make their way toward the first turn with Santos Sanjor. Heavy Hitter just leads out from Pogorok in the black silks, and Cooperin is well up as they enter the first turn. Red Cheeks running in fourth position. Then toward the inside is Just Gus in fifth. Juan Machado and the first-time starter Ready to Rain in sixth. And 6 lengths off this leader, Pogorok, as they go to the back of the course. And then comes Sylvan Pass running second to last. And Let It Ride Clyde trails the maiden turf mile. The opening quarter in 22.89 seconds with Joseph Belmer. It's the son of Jack Milton. Pogorok dictates terms to Heavy Hitter staying close. Cooperin is right there, and Just Gus is deeper out into the course. In the meantime, Red Cheeks is creeping in toward the inside of the gray. Ready to Rain is 5 lengths off these leaders. Then toward the inside is Sylvan Pass, and a break of 10 more. Let It Ride Clyde remains last. Heavy Hitter back in front narrowly from Pogorok, with Cooperin right there tracking well. Half mile, 47.92 seconds. Red Cheeks is being asked to pick up. So it's Heavy Hitter, Pogorok, the 2 at the quarter pole, with Cooperin right there within a length and a half. Nearest the inside is is Red Cheeks. Ready to Rain is drawn to within 4 lengths off these leaders as they straighten away. Sylvan Pass back in 6th. Just Gus and finally Let It Ride Clyde. They're homeward bound. 3/4, 1 minute 12.36 seconds. It's Cooperin. Cooperin charging after Heavy Hitter. Pogorok toward the inside. Red Cheeks with Ready to Rain. They're down toward the final 16th. It is Cooperin from Manny Esquivel narrowly from a game. Pogorok toward the inside. Cooperin edges away late, and Cooperin gets the result from Pogorok. Ready to Rain third. Heavy Hitter fourth. Then a gap away. Let It Ride Clyde with
We are 10 minutes to race 8 here at Horseshoe Indianapolis. Right now, the favorite is the 4 at 2-1, and that is my top selection. Manny Esquivel winning the last race with the 11. I'm going to go with the 4. We got a few scratches in here in this allowance optional claiming for 40,000. They're going a route of ground on the grass. 1 is out. The other change is I Benuelos is in. And the 13, Polka Polenta, does draw in here today. So got a field of 12. This is a tough race. We'll see what happens here. 4, though, we'll start with that we're showing here in the paddock, looking good, walking around there. And it is Well Into. Manny Esquivel is looking for 2 in a row after winning the last race. This is the first out for this 4-year-old filly by Into Mischief of 2024. So Jonathan Thomas also looking for a double, winning that last race with Manny. So they're looking for 2 in a row together. I like the Equine Edge numbers in this kind of scenario. Has the highest pace with 86. The strength ratio number is 71. And the GSR is 73. So good numbers in Equine Edge, which is a great service if you are a handicapper or just getting into it. It's a wonderful service. This one's been off 11 months, as I said. But what I highlighted was the March 12th start at Gulfstream Park at a mile. And 16th, an allowance optional claimer for 75-1 with Jose Ortiz as the favorite. Has been in a couple really salty stakes races. A grade 2 $400,000 race, and then another 100,000. Didn't do well, so I think needed a break though, and is going to do well off the freshening. Then I'm going to go to the 11, and that one is 7-1, and that is Jungle Cat. Alex Echard, my favorite Frenchman, is aboard for Rudy Brissett. This is a 6-year-old mare who, honestly, hasn't ran on turf for a long time. So what I did was I went through the poly, which, as you know, all weather track form does transpire well on turf. Has ran on turf 5 times, a second and 2/3. So hasn't actually won. Hasn't ran on Indiana turf. But if you go back to the last time that this one did run, it was at Keeneland. Alex was aboard and ran a mile on the turf in a maiden special weight and got 4th by just a length in that race. And I watched the replay. It was so close. So I had a nice bid for it, and it was really nice at 30-1. But she definitely has had some nice races since then, breaking the maiden on the poly. So question mark if she likes the poly better than the turf, but she does have a little bit of turf form. And then I'm going to round it out with the 9 here. The 9 is Boudoir Burlesque. This one has been a los aboard for Anna Decker and is returning to a route, which I think is key. This one ran last time at 5.5. They tried it, did not like it. Plus, it was a really tough Keeneland race on April 7th. Before that was on the poly, got into some trouble and got moved up to 2nd place. If you look at some of these, the one that I highlighted was last July at Ellis. 88 Bresnett speed figured an allowance optional claiming for 50,000 and came from 7th by 3.5 lengths and ended up getting lost on the head bob. I mean, it was close. Today, I think this one is in a softer spot that has been in a long time. So I think the 9's going to run really good. Another one I do want to mention, a little bit of a long shot that I thought was going to be a long shot, but it's been bet down to 5-2, is Autism Community. I think we'll do really well. Couple of wins the last 2 and put up an 85 Brisnet speed figure. 6 minutes to race 8. This is the last leg of the pick 5 for all of you that are live in the sequence. Good luck.
The Phillies mares call postward now for the 8th race. This carded for the turf course over the mile. A field of 12. Scratch the 1 Bull Sarah, scratch number 1. 12 sign-up pieces owned by Catsby Clay's Running Mead Farm. Exacta, trifecta, superfecta. 10-cent pentafecta starts to the late double. 9th race closing with a quarter horse maiden over the 350. In the 9th, no scratches. Number 9, ER Stone Chargin. A jockey change to Isidro Bamuelos for 9 ER Stone Chargin. Firm and fast. 2 minutes to post time. 2 minutes. Less than 1 minute to post time. Less than 1 minute. The horses are approaching the starting gate. The fillies mares crossing over to the turf course. Arriving at the mile start. It is now post time. They're going in. Abel Cedillo with Honey Holler. Luan Machado with Driana coming up, green gold sash. Now Evan Roman with Autism Community, the daughter of Kitten's Joy. Autism Community in. Augusta Gomez with Boudoir Burlesque. Now well into Manny Esquivel going for a double. Jonathan Thomas and Augustin Stable. Well into is in. Abel Escano with Command and Control coming up. Well into 8-5 favorite. Mitchell Merle, Sweetsmaker in line. Now Alex Ashard with Jungle Cat. Andre Zuloa, the Indiana bred mare. Here's Covenant Lady, the black and yellow of Covenant Lady. Declan Cannon with Sign of Peace. Fernando de la Cruz, Lily Lane. Now Sign of Peace. One more for the mile. Abin Jimenez with Polka Polenta. Well into 8-5 favorite. Horseshoe today was firm. Lily Lane getting fractious for a moment. They're all in. Ready. And they're off. Nice line out. Sharp start for well into. Honey Holler toward the inside. There's Driana with an early bid, and kicking with her is Polka Polenta in the early stages as they race to the first turn. With Alvin Jimenez, Polka Polenta leans out now by 2.5 from sharp starting Driana. Well into gets position in third with Honey Holler in fourth. In between horses as they enter the first turn is Sweetsmaker in fifth as they go to the back of the course. Covenant Lady in the black silk saving brown. Sign up pieces keen and moving up in tandem with Boudoir Burlesque, who's racing wide. Jungle Cat in the red cap. Lily Lane in between horses. Command and Control is another out deep on the course, and while settled back by Evan Roman, Autism Community trails the dozen. The opening quarter in 23.68 seconds. Polka Polenta leads the turf mile with a half mile to go. Aiming for Polka Polenta. Right there is Driana, and well into is well positioned by Manny Esquivel. And then comes Sweetsmaker with Honey Holler riding the rail. Sign Up Piece in tight quarters running in about sixth position. Then it comes on the outside. As they enter the far turn, Boudoir Burlesque is looking to pick up 5 lengths off this leader. Then comes Covenant Lady, Jungle Cat, Lily Lane between horses. Command and Control, Autism Community remains last. Half mile 48.71 seconds. Polka Polenta past the quarter pole. As these fillies and mares turn for home, it's Polka Polenta. Driana looming up as well into. Honey Holler is right there toward the inside with the black cap. Sign Up Pieces under pressure on the far outside is Boudoir Burlesque. Covenant Lady toward the rail is in traffic. They're deep in the final furlong. It's still Polka Polenta. Polka Polenta with yards to go. Charging now once switched out. And here comes this charge by Honey Holler. Honey Holler dived out at the line. Photo with Polka Polenta. Driana was next, and then from the back, Autism Community with Covenant Lady, Jungle Cat, Command and Control. They were among those next across in the mile. 136.15 after the Phillies Mares Turf Mile. It is a photo finish. Hold all tickets. We're still standing by for the result of the win photograph after the Phillies Mares Turf Mile. It's still in the judges' hands. Who's it going to be? Here's the verdict. 213, 8362. Honey Holler, 12-1. Got up on the line. 13, Polka Polenta at 11-1 odds denied. 8, Driana, 19-1 third. 3, Autism Community. Rallied into the Superfecta. 6, Covenant Lady, the Indiana bred mare for the Pentafecta. Abel Cedillo for Glenn Wisner. Honey Holler at 12-1. It's official. In the Murphy Trailer Sales winner circle, the 2, Honey Holler with Abel Cedillo. 4-year-old chestnut filly by Creative Cause out of Honey Talk by Distorted Humor. The winner was bred in Kentucky by Brereton C. Jones. Glenn Wisner trains for Novocalatz Racing Stables Incorporated. Now a 4-time winner. Horseshoe Indianapolis congratulates the winning connections. Honey Holler got up in time. 12-1 results in. The 213 exacta after the win photograph returned $372.80, 50-cent trifecta. 213.8, $1,217.70, Driana third. 11-2 double paid $65.60. With Autism Community fourth. 10-cent superfecta, 213.83, paid $1,400, $18.21. Pick 3, $153.20. Here's the result of the 50-cent late pick 4 today. Pays on photo 4, $430.10. The 50-cent late fire 5, $928.75. And the 10-cent pentafecta, $3,636.74. Covenant Lady 5th. A dozen ran, 136.15. Last of the day, race 9 closing with a quarter horse maiden over the 350. No scratches. 9, ER Stone Chargin'. The jockey Isidro Banuelos Rides 9, ER Stone Chargin, Isidro Banuelos. Exacta, Trifecta, Superfecta, 10-cent quarter horse, Pentafecta. Post time in 17 minutes. Finale off as advertised at 6:15.
Results are in for the first week of Survivor, and there were 13 total winners sharing the $500 jackpot, including 2 on track, Glenn Richards and Harmon Crone. Please stop by at the first floor OTB counter to pick up your prize. Thanks for playing in Survivor at Horseshoe Indianapolis.
And they're off. Nice line out. Sharp start for Well Into. Honey Hauler toward the inside. There's Driana with an early bid, and kicking with her is Polka Polenta in the early stages as they race to the first turn. With Alba Jimenez, Polka Polenta leans out now by 2.5 from sharp starting Driana. Well Into gets position in third with Honey Hauler in fourth. In between horses as they enter the first turn is Sweets Maker in fifth as they go to the back of the course. Covenant Lady in the black silk saving brown. Sign up pieces keen and moving up in tandem with Boudoir Burlesque, who's racing wide. Jungle Cat in the red cap. Lily Lane in between horses. Command and Control is another out deep on the course, and while settled back by Evan Roman, Autism Community trails the dozen. The opening quarter in 23.68 seconds. Polka Polenta leads the turf mile with a half mile to go. Aiming for Polka Polenta. Right there is Driana, and Well Into is well positioned by Manny Esquivel. And then comes Sweets Maker with Honey Hauler riding the rail. Sign Up Piece in tight quarters running in about sixth position. Then it comes on the outside. As they enter the far turn, Boudoir Burlesque is looking to pick up 5 lengths off this leader. Then comes Covenant Lady, Jungle Cat, Lily Lane between horses. Command and Control, Autism Community remains last. Half mile 48.71 seconds. Polka Polenta past the quarter pole. As these fillies and mares turn for home, it's Polka Polenta. Driana looming up as Well Into. Honey Hauler is right there toward the inside with a black cap. Sign Up Pieces under pressure on the far outside is Boudoir Burlesque. Covenant Lady toward the rail is in traffic. They're deep in the final furlong. It's still Polka Polenta. Polka Polenta with yards to go. Charging now once switched out. And here comes this charge by Honey Hauler. Honey Hauler dived out at the line. Photo with Polka Polenta. Driana was next, and then
All right, we have a full field assembled for today's finale. It's a 17,000 maiden for quarter horses, 3 and up. They're going to be traveling 350 yards. We've got some familiar names returning to Horseshoe Indy, and we'll begin with number 1, Sweet Caroline, who posted 2 seconds and 2/3 last year at this track, sired by 2015 All-American Futurity champion Just Good Candy. Now, the All-American Futurity is quarter horse racing's version of the Kentucky Derby, and boy, was that a good one last Saturday. Whew, I've never seen one like that. That was really a lot of fun to watch. Anyway, this is a filly. She's well-bred. She made a start earlier this year at the Sandy Ridge at the Red Mile. That's the Kentucky track that precedes Horseshoe Indy. And those horses that tune up there seem to flourish very well when they come to our oval. So I liked the chances. She's trained by Tony Cunningham, who was last year's leading conditioner. And I have a feeling our John G. Dooley might be singing her home. I know he likes that song. That's my top choice. We'll go next to number 6, and that's She's Just Classy, one of 3 runners who are making a return trip here at Horseshoe Indy, trained by Natasha Perez, who was a jockey here and transitioned very nicely to her training career. This is a filly by He's Relentless, finished second in her April 8th debut. It was just a little 250-yard sprint to get her going in her campaign, and I have every reason to believe that she's going to give a good account of herself today. Her rider, Diego Bocanegra, rides quite a bit for Natasha, but boy, he picked up the mount on Saturday with Veteran Stakes champion Mr. Michael and gave him a great ride. That was really fun to watch. That was Saturday afternoon. We had a lot of fun here. And we're going to have more fun as the meet continues. All right, we'll go next and talk about the other Cunningham trainee, and that's number 2, DJ Smooch a Lot. This is a 4-year-old Jess Zuman Gelding who makes his 2024 debut under rider Francisco Quintero. Now, he's been a consistent performer, 45% in the money last season, which is an excellent percentage. He may need this race off the layoff, but certainly feel that he will be in the mix. And then number 5 is my superfecta selection. That's Louisiana on Fire, who finished 4th to my top selection at Sandy Ridge at the Red Mile in March. A son of the Louisiana Cartel, very powerful runner, winner of the Sam Houston Classic, which was a 440-yard grade 2 race. I'll never forget that day because I was there, and he's just powerful, beautiful, amazing horse, and he sired a lot of really, really tremendous athletes. So give a look to number 5, Louisiana on Fire. Trainer Jessie Vasquez is back, and she had a winner on Saturday. She'll give a leg up to her husband, Giovanni Vasquez Gomez. He was last year's leading quarter horse rider. So Louisiana on Fire certainly has a chance. All right, I'm going 1-6-2-5. We do have a tip sheet. So there's another horse I talk about if you're looking for one more to play your 10-cent pentafecta. Good luck to all. We'll be back tomorrow. Much more live racing to come this season at Horseshoe Indianapolis.
The horses call postward now for the 9th and final. Closing the day with a quarter horse maiden over the 350. Fast track, no scratches. Number 9, ER Stone Chargin, the jockey Isidro Banuelos rides the 9, ER Stone Chargin. Overweights reported. The 1, Sweet Caroline, 5 over. 3, Cruising Down the Beach, plus 5 pounds. Number 4, My Royal Jess, 5 extra pounds. 6, She's Jess Classy, 3 over. Number 7, Jess Zaribob, plus 3 pounds. 8, Just a Lucky Buck, a pound over. The weight there now 129. And number 10, the Magic Dragon Lady, plus 5 pounds. Exacta Trifecta Superfecta, 10-cent quarter horse Pentafecta, due in 2. Less than 1 minute to post time. The horses are approaching the starting gate. The horses have reached the starting gate. It is now post time. With Hugo Macias cruising down the beach first in.
Ray, you out there? Yeah.
Just a Lucky Buck uses the flipping halter. She's just classy. Sweet Caroline to the rail post. Jessa Rebob coming up. Just a Lucky Buck ready to get on with it. Jessa Rebob is in. Marchi Munoz resetting on board. Just a Lucky Buck. DJ Smooch-a-Lot has moved in. My Royal Jess. Sweet Caroline, 4-5, final favorite. Isidro Benuelos with ER Stone Charging drew 9. A couple of them back, Giovanni Vasquez Gomez with Louisiana on Fire. Sweet Caroline, even money. 19-1, Louisiana on Fire. One more. Aaron Hunt with the Magic Dragon Lady. She's coming up at 350 yards. Fast track. Tuesday post time here, 2:10 p.m. Eastern. Last of the day, all in. And they're off. Cruising down the beach, broke sharp, and then Howard, DJ Smooch-a-Lot, and Sweet Caroline just leads the maiden past the 220. It's Sweet Caroline, DJ Smooch-a-Lot, My Royal Jess. Charging is She's Just Classy, and on the outside, the Magic Dragon Lady with Danny Martinez. Sweet Caroline, bum, 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 has won it from DJ Smooch-a-Lot and Jesser Ebob. Number 1, Sweet Caroline. At 9-5 was first. It was 6-1 on the 2. DJ Smooch a lot. It'll be a Tony Cunningham exacta. Close for third. Blanket there. Hold all until official. Voter of Jess Good Candy. Danny Martinez for Tony Cunningham. Pamela Brinkley Hahn gets off the mark in her 10th run. There she is, the final favorite. Sweet Caroline. Returning to the Murphy Trailer Sales Winner's Circle, number 1, Sweet Caroline with Danny Martinez. Sweet Caroline is a 3-year-old Grey Filly by Jess Good Candy. Out of Miss Scarlet by S.C. Chiseled in Stone. Brennan, Indiana by Carolyn Bruce. Tony Cunningham trains for Pamela Brinkley Hahn. Horseshoe Indianapolis congratulates the winning connections of the 9-5, Sweet Caroline. Takes on our final dash of the day. No final time posted. We're still standing by for the full run order from the judges after race 9. The judges have posted number 2, DJ Smooch-a-Lot. Second for that Tony Cunningham exacta after the maiden dash. For My Royal Jess at 24 to 1/3, a nose to 7. Jess Zaribob 4th, and 6th, She's Just Classy for the quarter horse Pentafecta. 1, 2, 4, 7, the 6/5. The result of the 9th official. Final results in. 1, 2, Tony Cunningham's exacta after the maiden dash, $26.20. 2-1 double paid $89.20. Pick 3 on races 7, 8, to 9. Capped off by Sweet Caroline. $51.05 on the pick 3. The 50-cent trifecta, 124, $47.50. 10-cent superfecta, 1247, returned $42.54. And the 10-cent quarter horse pentafecta, 6, She's Just Classy, 5th, 12476 for the 10-cent quarter horse pentafecta, returned $87.94. And that is not the final time for the 350 yards. We had a fast track. That concludes our live racing program for today. We thank all that joined us here at the races. Cheers to all who tuned in. Live racing resumes tomorrow. This race week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday cards. Back at it tomorrow here at the Shoe at 2:10 p.m. Eastern. You can always follow us on social media on X at HS Indy Racing. Check us out on social media. Until next time, for all of us here at Horseshoe Indianapolis, as we kick off the race week, it's been my pleasure from the broadcast booth. Back tomorrow, track announcer John G. Dooley saying good night. Last of the day, all in. And the Roth. Cruising down the beach, broke sharp, and then Howard, DJ Smooch-a-Lot, and Sweet Caroline just leads the maiden past the 220. It's Sweet Caroline, DJ Smooch-a-Lot, My Royal Jess. Charging is She's Just Classy, and on the outside, the Magic Dragon Lady with Danny Martinez. Sweet Caroline, bum, 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 has won it from DJ Smooch-a-Lot and Jess Sir E.